Well, hello everyone. Welcome to the Elite Encounters update for the 6th of July. Now, I've had a bit of a technical issue tonight and I'm not entirely sure what's happened, but my file, my PowerPoint presentation file, has vanished, as has the PDF that was on it. I had a bit of a problem copying things between the laptop and the games machine just there, and it's lost the file. I don't know where it's gone. I don't have a backup of it. So I didn't think that having a backup of a PDF that already was part of a PPX file was necessary. But that's what I get. So, all the pretty pictures I had for you, which wasn't many, it was all text, unfortunately I can't give you tonight, so you're going to be stuck with what's on the screen at the moment. So I apologise for that. But tonight's agenda, I'll just run through it. If you haven't already read the thing that I sent out earlier, the Kickstarter update or the website blog. Today we're going to go through character generation and system read through, vehicle combat updates, commodities list read through and refinement, vehicle list update, prep for LaveCon 2015, community stuff, questions and feedback, and the next update. Okay, so we'll start off with character generation and system read through. This week, following last week's completely nightmare week of getting absolutely bugger all done, I started to do preparation for LaveCon. That involves making sure that everything's ready to go and that all the stuff that's needed by the GMs who are going to be running games is ready, and they can get copies of it early on so they can have a read through and get themselves used to what's going to be happening in the game. So the first part of that was to do a full read through from the top of the character generation section right down to the bottom of the system and make sure that everything was okay, which it seems to be. I'm quite happy with it. It hangs together quite well. It's working quite well. It's simple, it's easy to understand, and seems fairly linear. So I've sent that off to the guys who are doing GMing for me, which I'll get to in a second. I'm just going to pause at that for a sec and just say that I did say something last week about talking on the stream, that I try not to interrupt people on the chat on the stream during this update. That's not necessarily true. If it's just people saying hello or anything like that, then I tend not to say hello. But as I've said, I want to use this stream so that I can ask and answer live questions of people who want to pop in during the live portion for the 15-minute update. If not, then obviously they'll get comments on YouTube and so on. But if anybody wants to watch the live stream at the time it happens and ask any questions in chat, I will answer them for you. So yeah. Okay, following the character generation read through, I did a read through and update on the vehicle combat rules. I wanted to try and get to a point where the vehicle combat rules could be played at least to some extent, because they are the region of the game that I'm most unhappy with at the moment and is in most need of repair. Because at the moment there's 3 different versions of it, 3 different bits of that particular part of the book. So I have completed the roleplay / narrative way of doing things, so all the stats and information that you need for that are right there for you. So that's all ready to go, ready to test at LaveCon. Following that, I did a little bit of the miniature rules, so the simple miniature rules are pretty much done as well, which introduces a little bit more, like the movement components are more exact and actually leads on to the vehicle list update sort of later on. The commodities list read through and refinement again was another thing that needs to get done for LaveCon, so that the commodities list, equipment information, items that can be bought and sold and so on is ready for playthrough. If anybody wants to buy equipment or so on for the character, then they have the ability to do that through that commodities list. So that was also needing quite a lot of love following the changes to some of the stats. So now they have been updated and brought into line with the character generation and system rules, so I'm quite happy with them now as well. So they're ready for LaveCon. I'll mention LaveCon or not, I'm very aware of that. So the commodities list read through, vehicle list update. As time is spent going through the vehicle rules and how the vehicles are used, obviously the stats and information about those vehicles is obviously brought into the fore. So any vehicle information has to be updated as that process is going through. So as I've been going through the vehicle combat and the commodities, the vehicle list itself has been updated to include better stats. Now, for example, there was a size value for those vehicles at some point. That has been removed because the hex tracker now can cope with the damage and shields and so on. All the different values for those vehicles can be controlled essentially by that. So they are hopefully sorted out and brought more into line with the new rules. There is still an aspect of the vehicle list, which is the scale aspect, which I'm still quite in the middle of trying to work out, but that's not going to be something that's stat related. That's going to be something that's conversion related. There'll be a conversion chart or a conversion set of instructions for conversion, sorry, in the main book. That won't be held as part of the stats themselves. Okay, but that is almost done. I just need to go through the commodities list and vehicle list and just tie together some of the stuff regarding equipment for vehicles, to make sure that's all tied together and can be used alongside each other as well. So it's so that basically the equipment lists for vehicles is compatible with the vehicle record file. Okay, that's that. So prep for LaveCon 2015. It's LaveCon next week, sorry. So that'll be before the next update. That'll be the Saturday and Sunday before. So that's the 11th and 12th of July is the third LaveCon, which I will be at with my lovely wife to push the game and try and play it a few times. I have had some very generous volunteers step up to say they'll run some games for me while they're there. Well, we're there, sorry. So that I don't get stuck behind a desk for the entirety of the time that I'm up at LaveCon, which is very kind of them. Some good names there as well. We have Grant Psycho Cow Woolcott is there. He's going to be there doing a game. We have Darren Gray, one of the authors on the Tales from the Frontier book published earlier this year. Is going to be there running a game, and a chap by the name of Ian McNeil, who hasn't done a published thing at the moment, but he is a very big figure, both figuratively and literally, in the Elite fandom. And he was the person that's, if anybody's seen them, he produced the metal badges that people have been wearing around some of the conventions. A very nice chap, a very fine chap, and all three of them are awesome people, and thanks to them for offering to cover some gaming sessions. I'll obviously be trying to do a session myself, so at some point in either during one of the days or in the evening, depending on how time permits. So yes, hopefully lots and lots of different games being played at LaveCon. So as I say, the prep for that has been trying to get everything ready for the release, trying to get everything ready to get play testing done there, and prep the guys and give them some instructions on what to do. Ian has generously volunteered to print off character sheets, which I sent him a copy of last week, so he's going to print them off and laminate them for use in the sessions. I am going to print off rule books for people or for the 3 GMs or 4 GMs, and I am also going to print off quick reference cards so that players should not need the rule book to go through, at least as far as the equipment is, at least as far as character generation and the system's concerned. They'll have a quick reference sheet right there in front of them so they can use that. Okay, I won't go much more into that, but essentially before we get to the next update for Elite Encounters, we'll have had LaveCon, which will be another benchmark test for the system to see how it runs without me being present, which is important on the road to getting this book actually released. Once the system's sorted out, that's the biggest hurdle to get around, and hopefully this week is going to push us with some far better playtest results that we can move forward from, which is what we're all looking forward to, basically. Okay, next, community stuff. This is the thing. I had quite a lot of media sort of on the last PDF for this. Unfortunately, as I said, I've lost it, so I'm going to have to do it off the top of my head, so I will probably miss stuff out that I had before, and if so, I apologise. But community-wise, notable was the weekend there. James One Vigor, his streaming handle and his, I think his handle on most things is One Vigor. Did a 24-hour charity stream over the weekend there for cancer research, which was very successful, involved a bit of elite play as well. And Vigor is one of the people who does playtesting and hosts video streams for the role-playing game being played online. If you check his YouTube account at One Vigor, that's ONEVIGOR, then if you want to see some evidence of how the game is played and how we can do it online and how easy it is to play it online and what the tools you can use for that are, then check out One Vigor's YouTube account, where you can find videos of the Elite Encounters RPG being played through a system called Roll20, which was another kickstarted project a while ago. Entertaining it is, yes, and informative it is, yes. I'm sounding like Yoda now. Wow, where did that come from? Right, other community stuff. Obviously we've got LaveCon coming up. There are still tickets available for this weekend coming. you are all welcome to go. If you want to see Elite Encounters being played, or you want to join it yourself, or just see whatever else is going on there, then have a look at that for yourself. You have 5 days with which to get your ticket sorted out, or I think you can buy them on the door. But check it out. I had links and everything on this on the presentation to show you that you could have used. But all I can really say at the moment is laveradio.com, and then click on the link for LaveCon, and it should show you all the information you need. If you haven't already got a ticket and you're listening in, then by all means you are welcome to get a ticket, and you will always be made welcome at these conventions. Elite fans are the best fans in the world. I will say that with high confidence, because we're very friendly and very tolerant of people. Yes, we are. The next thing coming up after that, there's nothing really official in between that and October, when Fantasticon 2015 will happen, which is the second annual Fantastic Books Publishing Convention, which is primarily aimed at marketing the books that they sell and the authors that they promote, but it has lots and lots of other stuff there, like role-playing games and gaming sessions and online games through computers and sci-fi guests and all sorts of stuff. It's sci-fi and fantasy extravaganza, the same as LaveCon is, really, because that's also got stuff outside the Elite universe. But again, I'll be there promoting the RPG, running some sessions, and I will also be having my head shaved for charity, which is another thing I was going to talk about as well, because I've not mentioned that much in these updates. But one of the things I am doing is I have a relative who is unfortunately dying of cancer at the moment and has lost all of her hair. So as a show of solidarity and support for her, and as a way to try and support Marie Curie for the cancer care jobs that they do, I'm raising money by offering to shave my entire head and face of hair, which will be the first time I've been hairless facially wise for about a decade or so, and the first time I'll have shaved my head ever, and it's a weird thing that I'm not entirely sure I should have done. I will also, oddly, and this is a weird thing, it's another charity thing that we did a while ago for Alzheimer's, I will be having my leg humped by a chap called Mad Dog, who's streaming right now actually, which is unusual for him, because he offered to do that if I donated a certain amount of money to his charity stream a while ago, which was for Alzheimer's disease. So yes, lots of stuff happening at Fantasticon other than that. So by all means have a look at if you do a search for Fantastic Books Publishing, then you can actually go to their website and have a look at it there. If you look for Fantastic Books Publishing Fantasticon, then you should get the first link that comes up on Google should be the page you're looking for there. Again, as I said, I'm sorry, I would have had that on the screen if I could do, but I don't at the moment. So that's it community wise at the moment. We didn't have any actually questions and feedback or anything on what was going to happen, or from what was said in the last few updates, so I can't go into that either. And the only thing left to say is the next update will be a week from today, on the, let me think, what is it, the 6th today, so that will be the 13th of July. Hope to see you there. Again, as usual, if you have any comments or questions or issues that you want to resolve as far as this update or the development of the RPG is concerned, then by all means either comment on this Twitch stream or comment on the YouTube video that you may be watching now, or comment using the usual methods that you can see at the bottom of the screen there. Twitch.com Selezen, Twitter.com HD Selezen, YouTube.com HughesD32, and this video will be on there at the end of this evening. You can also email me or contact me through the Kickstarter website. Again, can't give you a link because it's not on there. Or through the daftworks.co.uk website. Okay. Apologies again for the fact that I have lost this PDF. I hope the information you've been given tonight is enough for you for this week. If not, then obviously let me know and I'll put it into next week's stream, which hopefully will have a proper presentation and properly formatted information for you. So take care everyone. Bye.